Hi, and welcome to the first edition of the Rice Report. This will be a weekly update giving you a window into what we are working on here in Rockville, your County Council office, and myself as your District 2 representative, representing the areas of Barnesville, Boyds, Clarksburg, Damascus, Darnestown, Germantown, Laytonsville, as well as Olney and Montgomery Village. I think that it's really important that I reach out to you and let you know what's going on here in Rockville and where we stand with some of the issues that I think might be important to you. This past Monday, we had a great town hall meeting in the town of Clarksburg. And it was extremely important, as I indicated, this was my #1 priority as we moved forward during this budget year. I know that the residents of Clarksburg have struggled with the ability and being able to have the basic infrastructure needs. And I wanted to make sure that we identified what those were so that I could work with our county executive as well as our Department of Planning to make sure that we delivered on the promises that were given to our Clarksburg residents. I think that we've been able to accomplish a plan that will give us the water that's needed for the historic district, as well as allow for us to start the development of grocery and retail in Clarksburg. More details will be coming soon, but I did want to let you know that I have heard your voices, I've heard your cry, and understand how important it is for us to move forward, and I assure you that that will happen. Now, I know that a lot of you are still without power, and some of you might have just had power restored. And we just had a conference call with Pepco yesterday in which I was talking with Thomas Graham, the president of Pepco, who assured me that some of the processes that are in place are making sure that the communications are better. And I've heard from many of you that have stated that you do see some changes in Pepco. But there are still many of you out there that are still talking about the frustrations in dealing with not getting the information necessary. And I commit to you that we will continue to put the pressure on Pepco to make sure that they will always give you accurate information that allows for you and your families to plan in the case of snow emergencies and when we don't have power to those folks that really truly need it. Now, I know that a lot of you are frustrated about our hospital decision that happened between Germantown and Clarksburg. And this is one where I've been very public in my support as a state delegate for the past 4 years in supporting a hospital in Clarksburg and not the hospital plan in Germantown. And this is a highly contentious subject, one that I think rests in the hands of our hospital commission. And while I do support the plan that happened in Clarksburg, I do also support the mission of the commission itself in terms of being set up with a task of deciding which hospital made the most sense for Montgomery County. I think that it's unwise of us to try and push forward with overturning the commission's decision, as it would then mean that any kind of decision that came out of the commission would be something that we would put up for debate. I think that we need to move forward and understand that while it might not be what we think is best for Montgomery County and for the Up-County, that we need to support the project and look at other infrastructure needs that we can bring to Clarksburg. Now, I know that many of my residents in Olney have expressed interest about prioritizing one of our CIP projects, which is our road interchange, and wanted to see that go above the Brookville interchange. And while I understand how important this project is because of the ICC construction, I also wanted to make sure that you knew how difficult that process is to change regarding what's been approved through the CIP. However, I have had conversations with our county executive, and we are currently drafting a letter that does express our concern to make sure that our residents of Olney get that priority interchange. Last but not least, the governor last week came out with his budget proposal. And this budget proposal, while on the surface appearing as though netted Montgomery County roughly $34 million in additional funding, in reality it actually cut the funding that goes to Montgomery County that we were projected to receive. So over the course of the following weeks and months, I will be in Annapolis making sure that we're keeping abreast of what budget decisions are being made and how those are going to affect Montgomery County. Every week, you'll be able to turn in to another edition of the Rice Report to find out what's going on, not only here in Rockville, but in Annapolis, and what that means for you and your family. I want to thank you for tuning in today for this first edition of the Rice Report. And if you have additional questions or need to contact my office, please feel free to call us at 240-777-7955. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and remember, please feel free to always contact me at my office, your office, here in Rockville. Thank you, and have a great day.